Madison, Wisconsin, one of the most historic places in college football as we enter Camp Randall Stadium for this early season user matchup. Hello everybody, I am Dink if you don't know, and today we've got Kansas State and Rockets taking on Wisconsin and ATX in this Week 2 game between two Power 5 programs. It's sure to set the tone for a lot of the season, and kind of see where these teams want to go for the rest of the year. But without any further ado, let's get this one kicked off. Turtle, good to see you, bro. You here to root on Rockets? You can say no, but I know you have a soft spot in your heart for them. I know you do. Today's stream is brought to you by Sookie Soaps. From 1 bar to 2 bars to thousands over the last 10 years, Sookie Soaps makes your soaps with ingredients that just make sense. www.sookiesoaps.com for more. In Kansas State, with Isa Newsom is in the backfield on the first play for a 4-yard loss. And the Wildcats jump on the board early with a TFL. I guess their numbers on the board. They're not on the board yet. So second, Coach Turtle and Rockets been on the phone quite a bit. Okay. 2nd and 14, rolling out right. And Wisconsin's got some room to run. That's Carter Smith, the true freshman, pure running quarterback. Last game he had 18 yards on 5 attempts, and today he's got 13 on his first attempt from scrimmage. The rollout was there. 2 backs on either side for Smith, and that's how I always ran when I was at Wisconsin. He's got a man short. It's going to be completed. And he'll just get down for the first down at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Badgers. I'll never get tired of hearing that theme. They hand it off up the gut this time, and it gets not a lot, maybe a yard, and that's -3 yards for Yakameli on just 2 carries. Second and 6, 7. What? Smith dropping back. He's going to loft one downfield, and that one is broken up. I think either one of them had a shot at it, either receiver or Coy Parrish, the junior free safety. I think either one of them could have had a shot at a 50-50 ball, and the 0% chance of the ground catching it is what ends up happening. 3rd and 9 for Wisconsin in their own territory. From the 46, going across the middle, it is caught for a first down. And Carter Smith finds his receiver. And he's got a 1st and 10 into Kansas State territory. I know the stream isn't as great a quality, but I think that's actually just Turtle's stream. Like, he doesn't have a lot of, like, his thing's at 480. They go play action on first down, they go to the corner, and it is not there. Or the comeback, perhaps, is what that was. Either way, incomplete. It's pretty good, I think. All right. Good to hear. It's Rockets, but okay. What did I say, Turtles? My fault. I get you two mixed up, similar skill level, so. 2nd and 10. Wisconsin drops back. Got a man over the middle. And it's caught for a first down. Carter Smith last game went 19 of 41 for 241 yards, 2 touchdowns. I didn't know if you heard me. I was going to say I'm surprised that didn't get any reaction. So first down inside the 30 for Wisconsin, and they are moving the ball well to start this game. Smith rolling out. Pump fakes, but it didn't fool anybody. Osun Sami. I'm going to say Osunsami, the right edge rusher, gets in for a sack. He had 4 sacks in his career coming into this one, and it sets up a 2nd and 20. About 3.5 gone. Tsunami. And that one's incomplete. It looks like it hit the receiver in the face, but it didn't get there. GB the Penguin did something, but I couldn't see it. The alerts are on, so I don't know. Or it said he did. Maybe it was. Maybe it's catching up from last time. Who knows? Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 20 for Wisconsin here in Camp Randall. And they faked the jet touch to nobody. And it's going to be the 2nd sack. Osunami again. His 2nd of the drive. His 2nd of that set of downs. And it's going to be 4th and 30. And Wisconsin will punt it away for the first time. Looks pretty solid, though. Should get inside the 10. And it does. Squeaks by at the 9. Appreciate that. That message is highlighted for those on screen that can't see it. Turtle using his hard-earned channel points. First set of downs for Kansas State today. Avery Johnson left in the portal and joined. Never mind, got an ad. And joined Georgia Tech, a fellow user. But I just say there's only one person watching. I don't know. Well, because he's technically watching an ad right now. So maybe that's why. 2nd and 10. Dylan Edwards did stay. So that's a huge get still for Kansas State. And you go right to him on 2nd and 10. Up to the 23-yard line. That's a 14-yard gain for a first down in Kansas State. We'll keep their drive moving. First and 10 from the 23. They hand this one off to Edwards. He gets a few. Solid gain of about 5. You're at school right now? What insane school is making you go to class at 9:01 p.m.? Don't be afraid to tell us. Second and 5, and he actually did it. Oh my goodness. 2nd and 5. They go RPO. Not there. Inaccurate throw. Not sure who Kansas State's quarterback is as of yet. Turtle, welcome to the club. Welcome to the, doesn't mean I'm going to let you win, but I love you. Hey, that's respectable, you know. 3rd and 5. They go option. Quarterback can't quite get there. If you quit for 2K, So the rush by the QB does not get there, and Kansas State's first drive will also end in a punt. And they go with the punt return. It is caught, and it is hit immediately at about the 27-yard line, which is where Wisconsin will start their second drive of the ballgame. First and 10, they go out route. It's intercepted by the Wildcats. And he may go the whole way, makes a man miss. And that's going to be a touchdown for Kansas State. Them Power Cats strike early. Big, it's good to see you. And yes, that was sick. Man, what? All right. So Kansas State takes an early 7-0 lead with 3:44 to go in the first half, as neither of the offenses could score, but the defenses, well, one of the defenses, get on the board. And it was the Wildcats, and that one's going to go for a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 25. From the 25, 1st and 10. They come out of diamond formation, hand it off. It goes nowhere. They're a Wildcat SMA. I said, yeah, Power Cat. That's their nickname. They're in, what, nickel over? Was he running something different? But yeah, I said Wildcats, but then I said Power Cats. Smith drops back. He goes short to his running back, incomplete, and the pure runners, that's where they go. Usually incomplete. Third and 12. Smith drops back, goes short, nearly caught, but instead incomplete. And on 4th and 12, Wisconsin is going to have to give it back to the Wildcats. This one will be returnable, but not by much, as he gets rocked right inside the 50, the 47, or outside the 50, excuse me. Just had to fill this out while we were talking, but it is now up. Should be all of our user matchups from this week. 1st and 10 for Kansas State. From the 47, they hand this one off to Edwards. He's got room. Tries to break inside, breaks a tackle, and gets to the other 41-yard line in Wisconsin territory. Delon. That was what carried. Well, he didn't carry Seagloss, but he sure helped Seagloss get to a Final Four berth in his first year. It's 1st and 10. They go out route. Caught, but only gets 2. Wisconsin's defense able to Neil Kennedy? Anybody know a Neil Kennedy, or is he a freshman as well? I think we might have a battle of 2 true freshmen in this game. I went to school with Neil in relation to John F. Yeah, I'm sure. And Neil keeps it up the gut. And Wildcats get 5. Make it 3rd and 3 from the 33. That's a lot of threes. I just realized that Georgia Tech, Florida, was number 7 versus number 6. Or rather, number 6 hosting number 7. 3rd and 3 from the 33. Looking for the corner route. It's there! And Kansas State's inside the 15 at the 12. Neil Kennedy, 3 of 4 for 38 yards as the Cats are cooking with a K. Handoff up the middle to Delon, and he goes nowhere. How's he passing like this? I ain't never seen it. You said you were on the. You said he got coached up. You said it. They go with the out route, and it nearly gets a first down, nearly gets a touchdown. But it's 3rd and 1. Third and 1, they hand off to Edwards. He tries to power his way through, and he does. Touchdown, Wildcats, as they take a 2-score lead. Did I say turtle again? I can't quit. Oh, never mind. I think you're just saying that. You're laying in bed, want a picture. Oh, golly. 14-0 as we end the first quarter. Thought you were in school. He must. I guess I just realized he probably means he's like at school. You know, he's probably like asleep. Like he's probably at school, like in bed. Like, you know how we were on campus. It's probably what he meant. If I had night class, I'd lose more. That's what we thought you meant, but we're glad that's not. Yeah, we're glad that's not what you meant. It's 1st and 10 for Wisconsin as they try to cut into this 14-0 lead to start the second quarter. Yeah, I do. That was terrible. Calc 2. Going short, it is incomplete. The Kansas State defense able to get in there and break that pass up. Wow. What a recovery by the deep corner there. Come and break that pass up. Can I get a replay on that boomstick? Smith has a corner route. It's open. Tries to make a man miss, but gets caught at the 40-yard line. Either way, it's a 1st and 10 for Carter Smith and this Wisconsin Badgers offense. I can't lie and say that I don't miss that band playing that song. Go for a screen pass, sets up nicely, following his blockers. Spin move, gets by a tackle and falls forward across the 50 into Kansas State territory at the 47. Can we refrain from swearing? It makes me uncomfortable. You can get a replay? Oh God. 1st and 10. They'll hand this one off. Last time they were in this situation, they passed the ball 3 times, I believe, and it was sacked on 2 of them. So hope he showboats to make Taco mad. Good. Wisconsin and IceBox and white running backs. Match made in heaven. I love it. 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard gain. He wants it all, but Smith put too much mustard on that throw, and the receiver couldn't catch up. That was a banger. Hey, Ball Hog, what's going on, dude? We got a 14-0 ball game. Wisconsin trying to drive. 3rd and 6 from the 43 in K-State territory. This might be go for it if you don't get it, but may get it anyway. Carter Smith launching again. Incomplete. Somehow reeled in at the 7. Oh, my goodness. What a catch. Tipped by the defender. But the receiver never lost sight of it, and he just grabs it and falls at the 7. No, it's not. 1st and goal. They go to the out route. It's dropped. Could have been a great touchdown. Could have been a great end to this drive right there, but instead it'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. Second and goal. They will hand off instead of going with the pass on the RPO, and gets about 3 up to the 4. And Dylan Jones in with the most insane spelling of Dylan I've ever seen. Dilin. I don't know if he's a real player or not, but that's crazy. Your parents were smoking. Going short to the running back, or the fullback it looks like, and he can't get much. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 3, and Wisconsin goes in the hurry-up. And we should wait to update the scorebook in game until the result of the play is known for sure. Would add some suspense. Agreed. Like until it's like confirmed, like real life. Oh, that'd be awesome. 4th and goal from the 3. Wisconsin looks like they're going to go. They will. 4th and goal. Smith has a man. It's the fullback. He can't get in, and Kansas State holds on 4th and goal. They'll have the ball at the 2. An insane play. It just looked like the fullback couldn't get a hand on the ball. And while it was good for him to, reel it in before going, missed out on a touchdown. Kansas State just running the ball up the gut, get a couple, maybe 1, trying to give some breathing room. You okay there, buddy? You guys like that I actually I am now, 3 for 3 on updating the name of the stream? Huh? Uh-huh. All right. Lady Penguin is sick and I have work tomorrow. That's super stupid. 2nd and 8 from the 3. They will pass. Goes short, caught. Not quite a first down. Gets about 5. And you play me. I blame Bink. You didn't update the week, though, on the ticker. Dang it! Thanks, Ballock. I'm sitting here looking at it, too. Like I should. I'm literally sitting here looking at it. Thanks, Brick. They hand it off to Delon Edwards, and he's got a huge first down up near the 20-yard line, up at about the 17. Are you actually looking at it? Show proof. I am. I can sit here and edit it right now. I want face cam. Maybe someday. Just keep an eye on the ticker for this next round of names. 0.5 face cam is nuts. First and 10, they're going to hand it off to Edwards again. Wisconsin starting to catch on, but Edwards too powerful. Oh, it didn't even show up. Never mind. Maybe I'm not looking at it. Maybe someday I will do a face cam and then, like I'll do like a welcome you guys inside the booth type thing. That could be cool. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Rolling out, somehow gets away and just chucks that ball to his mom on the sideline. I'm not sure how that Wisconsin defender did not get home and get the sack. Why are we not throwing it up, SMH? 3rd and 7 with 4:37 to go in the second quarter. Might go to the running back. It's there, and the receiver able to make the catch. Edwards, he's got room up the sideline, inside the 30, and he's going to go the whole way. Touchdown, Kansas State, and the Wildcats open up a 3-score lead. I can confirm Wisco crowd ain't this loud. The entire student section left already. Well, if this game was in real life, Wisconsin would probably win against Kansas State because Kansas State has the Dublin curse. They're 1-3 right now with a 3-point win over North Dakota. YSU plays North Dakota and, beats them. We play North Dakota and North Dakota State. We lose to North Dakota State. We beat North Dakota. .425 to go as Wisconsin looks to answer. They were inside the 5. They were inside the 3. Last time they had the ball but couldn't convert on 4th and goal. 1st and 10. And Smith may just run. He's got a man deep. He can't hit him. These pure runners just don't have the accuracy sometimes. Carter Smith, 8 for 18 on the game. Similar pass yards, but the completion percentage is not there. Make a QB change. Now, I respect using a pure runner, but you just got to throw it short. Much like this. And it's incomplete now as receivers are selling him. Cam Adams-Parker, the sophomore wideout, couldn't make the catch. And at halftime, third and 10. Smith dropping back, has a man wide open on the right. He does find him, and he's going to have a first down and more. He'll get out of bounds, save his strength as Tucker Ashcraft. What a name. It's like Tucker Kraft, but he smokes. His name is Cap. Who? First and 10 as ATX looks to drive on this Rockets defense. And they will run play action. Carter Smith rolls out, finds a man. He's got the accuracy sometimes. That throw on the run is not too shabby sometimes. 2nd and 1 as Hardy Watts gets taken off for an injury. They send a man in motion. It is a jet touch pass. It's going to be a first down and a little more up to the 40-yard line. And Wisconsin's starting to figure it out on offense. But if Rockets lose, I'm going to cry. Well, it's looking okay so far there, Turtle. Fret not, young turtle. At halftime, we will take a look at our Sookie soaps. Look around the league. So stay tuned for that. 1st and 10 for Wisconsin. They'll drop back. Carter Smith looking, firing deep down the middle. Incomplete. Probably should have been intercepted. CJ Smith, something that hasn't been mentioned much is the jet touch is so useless this year outside of 1 or 2 times a game. I mean, if it's useful 1 or 2 times a game, I'd argue that that's pretty useful. Considering we also have a 5 limit play. Smith goes short on the screen pass, and it looked like it could have broke there for a second, but Kansas State's defense wraps up as the corner makes the play again. 3rd and 6 for the Badgers. Last year it could have been used every play. True. Yeah, I guess we are talking in video game standards. Goes across the field, and that one's going to be intercepted. Kansas State making the play. Defender came from way in the flat, came all the way out and picked that ball off, and Kansas State's got a chance to increase this lead. And for some reason, Wisconsin's celebrating. That was Tsunami. Oh my goodness, he's got 2 sacks and an interception. Jeez almighty. 2:16 to go in the half. You can throw late across the field, young man. And they run with the quarterback, and it goes just about nowhere. 2nd and 9. Can't. I think that's what he meant. Can't. 2nd and 9, but we will tick down to the end. No, not the end. Excuse me. To the 2-minute timeout here in the first half. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. So, Penguin, there are 3 games left after this. There is 2 teams playing FCS, and then there's Clemson playing Oklahoma State. Don't know what you want to do with that information. Delon Edwards gets the carry. Wisconsin's defense is there, 3rd and 8. No, there's not. There is. There are 3 games left after this. Sim, please. Well, I wanted to give... I mean, the only game that I really would have cared about... What did you say about games, Dink? Sorry. So there's 3 left. 2 play FCS, and then 1 plays Oklahoma State. Clemson plays Oklahoma State. Going across the middle of the field, somehow makes the throw and catch. Are you kidding me? I think it's... What was it? Jacob Tibbs or Jason Tibbs? Kennedy threw him a you-know-what ball, and he still brought it in. That Clemson guy came in this morning asking for a sim, but hasn't played, bro. Wait, he asked for a sim? Second and 5 from the 47. And they'll just hand this one off to Edwards as well. He tries to make a move inside, but Wisconsin's defense is there again, 3rd and 2. I wouldn't want to play CPU either. Turtle, you're so boring. Oh, yeah, he said, when we doing the Vance Gentleman? He did. 1 day ago, he added everybody for it. And they didn't even play his game. You legit said, gentlemen, when we say, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's so funny. 67-yarder. Ha. Ha. Ha, 6, 7. Oh, they're going for a fake, going deep down the right side. It is incomplete. I respect it. Fortenberry tried to get the reception there. Oh, thank you, jump scared me. Sorry, it was cool. It was cool. They went for a fake. 1st and 10, and Smith has a chance to put some points on the board. Wide open man on the slant route, and is caught in out of bounds. That was Kekuana. Tretch Kekuana. All right. First and 10, Smith looking. It's plenty of time. Going to the right side. Caught inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. And Wisconsin is right on the edge of scoring and getting themselves back in this game. First and goal, 20 seconds to go. They'll throw again. Carter Smith rolling, looking, still alive in the backfield. Can't find anything downfield. He's just going to chuck this one to the sideline. Second and goal, 11 seconds to go. Oh, they're going for a fake deep down the right side, and it's incomplete. Is that what I said? Stay in bounds, young man. No, it's probably best that he didn't. Second and goal, 11 seconds to go. Might have the zig route for a touchdown, and he does! And Wisconsin cuts into the lead with 7 seconds to go in the first half. That is, in fact, what you said. So how about that? The Badgers, not out of it yet. They did start with the ball, though. So Kansas State will receive to start the second half, but they cut it down to 2 scores as we head into the break. Why is the GIF not GIFing? It's GIFing for me. I'm the only person who needs. It's GIFing on stream, and that's what really matters. You know, like I'm looking at the stream. Don't cry, Turtle. Why would Turtle? Oh, because could happen. Wisconsin only has 2 timeouts left. If there was a little more time, I'd say probably could be aggressive, but that's gonna be a flag. So bring him back 5 yards. It'll be first and 15 from the 20. Run double pass, double pass. Kansas State is just going to take this to the locker room, and while these 2 teams have a break at halftime, let's take a look at our Sookie Soaps. A look around the league. Avery Johnson's our featured athlete for this week. Let's head over to Kinnick Stadium. Iowa taking on Iowa State, 18-16 as Gloss looks to make it 2-0 on his season. Nelson keeps the carry, and he's going to scoop in. Oh, that's really loud. That's really loud. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And Iowa wins that one big, 55-35. Next, we'll go Georgia Tech, Florida, as Pratt finds his way into the end zone. And Georgia Tech would find themselves victorious in that matchup over number 7 Florida, 34-25. Lastly, Arkansas Joe, another user matchup between 2 buddies. Arkansas 28-21 here, and deep up down the seam, they've got a touchdown to Anthony, and they would walk away with this one 63-49 as Arkansas gets back to 1-1 on the season. In this game, Kansas State brought the ball out of the end zone. They got to about the 15-ish, it looks like. Maybe closer to the 19. And then first down, they go, hey, this is awesome. Thanks, guys. 2nd and 7, they go screen pass to the left. Dylan Edwards trying to get into space. And it's going to be a 1st and 10. That's because there was other games ranked games. Those were all ranked games. Ranked team versus ranked team. That was what I went for. And I only wanted to do 3. And those were all user games, or except the Gloss one. I don't know. Ellen Edwards gets some space. I played a ranked game last. We had a stream after or before you played. The stream was like immediately after Advance. It was like the first thing we did because it was it was Beamer. Handoff again for Kansas State. This one is going backwards. They say he got back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not so sure. No. Jameer Scott, the freshman corner, making the huge TFL. Breathe, brother, breathe. Who do you play next week? You got Turtle. That'll be on there. 2nd and 10 from the 44. They fake the handoff, go play action. Kennedy rolling out, going short to his tight end. He's got some room to run. Juke move. Gets to around the 50-yard line, called to 49. 3rd and 5. That's the stream, bro. How can it be on the stream highlights if it is the stream? Yeah, that's if you play at a time that I can stream it, which is not likely. 3rd and 5, 7:30 from the 49. They go to the out route to the tight end. It's broken up, and the Wisconsin defense steps up when they needed it. 4th and 5 as they'll punt it away on Wisconsin. Go Badgers. And this punt will be fair caught at about the 14-yard line, and Carter Smith gets a chance to cut into this deficit a little bit more. Wisconsin. Clemson just started playing his game. Penguin, I'll advance when he's done. 1st and 10. Carter Smith can't get away, and Kansas State gets a sack. How about 3 sacks in this game alone for Osunami? I think he came into this game with 4 in his career. He's got 3 in this game. Carter Smith looking for a man. Go to the corner route. It is there. Not quite a first down, but 3rd and 1's a whole lot better than 3rd and 19. What a name, Osunami. Yo, Kenneth. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for coming into the stream. Yeah, Osunami. He, Turtle pointed it out. He goes, Tsunami. Crazy name. He's been killing it out there today, too. 3rd and 1. From the 23-yard line. Just need a yard. And they hand it off, and Kansas State ready for it. You'll never guess who was in the backfield. That was Osunami again. How many viewers have we had, Dink? That's fine. He is going to go for it. Penguin, you've influenced him, possibly poorly. Zig route, not there! The Kansas State defense sets up again as Asa Newsom. He's got a tackle for loss and a deflection in this game. They go with an out route on an RPO. Spin move, stays on his feet. And how about a touchdown for the Wildcats? That QB pocket movement is interesting. Kansas State goes back up by 3 scores on a beautiful pitch and catch. And an even better run after catch. K-State's so good. They're about to be 2-0 if the lead holds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the 25 as Wisconsin gets another attempt. What are these player animations? I don't know, but I'm kind of liking it. Kansas State is 1-0 after beating FCS Southeast in their first matchup, 45-17. That's how they came into this one, 1-0. Turtle dunks you. If you dunk me, you're gay. 28-7, still comebackable. 28-3 happened. Love the word comebackable. Going across the middle. Maybe not now, Kenny. We've got an interception, and it could be more. Kansas State does get brought down inside the red zone. Not quite in the red zone, just on the fringe of the red zone. As Coy Parrish gets the interception. And the Cats right back. He got Coy. Yeah, was he a Coug? Coy the Coug. 1st and 10, they hand it off to Edwards. He cuts back in. Bro, Coy's like a 93 overall. Dang! I think I did hear that. I think he said that his best transfer was a 93 overall. Maybe that was Smitty that said that. Wisconsin had a fun outing against Utah at Utah to start their season off against ranked Utah, 21st in the nation. 34-20, that game ended in favor of Utah. That's Dylan Edwards making moves. Gets to a 1st and goal, so is Rockets actually good now? Former Golden Gopher. Oh. It's looking like it, but I'm curious to see how he does in Big 12 play. He also has a couple of games coming up as well, I believe. They go RPO. Dylan Edwards tries to get to the outside, tries to reach for it. He gets shoved out of bounds at the 1, though. And if he doesn't, well, he's still got a decent amount of, he's already down to 3 bars for his whole season. And we're in game 2. So you might need to be careful of the health there. But it's not going to matter on this play. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they are moving now as they go up 34-7. barring the extra point. Up and good, 35-7. Kansas State looking good to start the year. Why does his backup have Platinum Shifty? Missed the old Mountain West days. That is not old, and that is not the Mountain West. You had Texas in there. Hey, Brickhead, you respect your conference. You're also 2-0, so that's sick. Congrats. You do mean old Mountain West. I got you. Pre-Texas Mountain West. Carter Smith finds his man on the left side open. It's going to be a 2nd and 2 from the 34. Second and 2, run up the gut. They'll have a first down. About a 10-yard gain on that play for the Badgers, and they'll have 1st and 10 at the 43. Slot fades and inside zone. Oh! Me, Bobby, and vibes. Across the middle, and just a blatant drop by his receiver. Selling. Kansas State, after this week, will have an early season bye. And then they'll start Big Ten play against Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Caught for a 7-yard gain there. They go right back to the same receiver, trying to get that confidence up. 19 of 36 on the day for Carter Smith. Just over 50%. He was under 50%, I believe, in his last game. So small improvements are always good, especially for a young quarterback. It's 3rd and 3. Going across the field to the left side, and somehow a D lineman is able to look up and snag it. I am not sure how that happened, but either way, Kansas State's got the ball back. So Kansas State goes to Cincinnati, to TCU, then they'll host Arizona, and then at Arizona State, and to wrap up non-conference play, they host USF and Eazy-E at 2:15 on Saturday, October 24th. That's week 8. Dalen Edwards has the carry. When it's your day, I guess. Tell Rockets to chew clock. Second and 6, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. No run with the quarterback this time. Kennedy can't get much. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Camp Randall trying to find something to cheer about. Only 3 user games total for Kansas State this season. They go Wisconsin. They should have had TCU as a user game. Should have had Oklahoma State as well. Both those users left. So now the Big 12 is awfully barren. Kennedy rolling right. Has a first down. Still on the move. Up near the 25-yard line. Called the 28. And Neil Kennedy, 17 yards. And he is a freshman. Dual threat freshman quarterback. How about that? But yeah, his only 3 user games now, Kansas State that is, are Wisconsin here today against ATX, USF and Eazy-E, and then Kenny at the end of the year in Houston in week 12. He will host Kenny. They'll go up the middle on first down and get about half of it. 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line. As for Wisconsin, they started the year off with 2 user games, and Utah now 2-0, by the way, 21st in the country. 2nd and 5 here for Kansas State as we wind down the third quarter, and they may just let it tick down to the third, and they will. 35-7, Kansas State leads as we head to the last 10 minutes of play. Wisconsin, after this game, will host FCS East. And then they'll start conference play against Maryland in Maryland, and then another user game at UCLA in the Rose Bowl at 9:15 p.m. Kennedy showing short right, caught for about a yard. We have a Utah user. Yeah, and he's not too bad. Beat ATX 34-20 at home, and then beat UCLA this week 42-41 in a bagger. Too bad we didn't see it. But yeah, he is 21st in the country. That is Wheezy. Wiggity is Virginia Tech. Wheezy is Utah. He also, ATX also will play Iowa and USC for users this year. So, tough schedule again here for Wisconsin. 1st and 10. Kansas State dropping back. Kennedy rolling right. Tries to get away. Can't really. They'll say he got a yard on that scramble. A couple of users in the top rushing attempts, and dang, all these random people go in and out so quick. Yeah, some of them do. I feel like Oklahoma was just waiting on us to get done with schedules, and I think it made it took too long. Who knows? Third and 8 from the 15. They'll drop back, go over the middle, caught, and that's going to be a touchdown as the Wildcats open up an even bigger lead. Kansas State looks to get out of this week 2-0 and try to will themselves back into the top 25. Wisconsin just looking to kind of recover, and they've got a tune-up game next week against FCS East to try to figure out what went wrong in those first 2 games. Their loss, true. Handoff up the middle, a nice broken tackle, and gets a couple. It'll be 2nd and 7. Second and 7 as we ticked to about 7 minutes to go in the contest. They'll hand it off to the right side, trying to get to the outside. Does! And a nice gain up to about the 50-yard line. We'll call it the 48-yard line. And Wisconsin close to Wildcat territory. First and 10, it looks like Wisconsin's just taking their time getting to the line. They'll snap it and go up the middle with a run, and that'll be about a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 coming up. Second and 5 from the 47. 6 minutes to go in the contest. And they go direct snap to the halfback, and he tries to get the whole way there. It'll be about 3rd and 2 as we get under 6 minutes to go in the game. Third and 2 from the 44 as Wisconsin looks to keep this drive alive. They hand it off, and he'll go up the middle, and the Badgers will have a first down. Folks, if I may, let's take a look at our Sookie Soaps look around the league. We'll call this the live look around the league. We've got Clemson and Oklahoma State over on ESPN Plus, and Clemson dominating early, 21-0, and the Cowboys are still punting away to the Tigers. We'll check back in on that game throughout the end of this one, but that's been our Sookie Soaps live look around the league. That's one of our last Power 5 versus, that's actually our last Power 5 versus Power 5 game of the week. and just a couple FCS teams against. I really just try to give them those games if they have a lot of user games or if they needed a tune-up game, something like that. So that's why any team really has an FCS. Any user that has FCS is either I didn't do it or I did it because I thought they might need a tune-up game. And that one goes backwards, 3rd and 12, after Colby McAllister, the strong safety, gets in the backfield. Like Kansas State and Wisconsin both kind of had rough years last year, both losing seasons. That's why I threw, along with 2 out-of-conference user games, wanted to give them a bone with an FCS team. Same with Miami. Although he had a decent season last year, I think he had 7 users in conference at the start of the season. I have an FCS team. I love you for that, to be honest. I'm glad you do. Everybody needs a tune-up game. I gave myself UConn, to be honest, but I just wanted it for the rivalry. And they fake the handoff. They'll go play action. Smith trying to chuck it way downfield, and that one's tipped and incomplete. 4th and 12. With 3:15 to go in the contest, and these Camp Randall fans are not happy at the result of this game, and they're going to punt it away. Oklahoma State just scored a huge touchdown on Clemson as they look to change the tide of this game. It'll be 21-7. Oh, man. I didn't know that user stream was so loud. I have FCS in Conference Championship Week. Yikes! It's called Nebraska. Bold assumption that he gets there this year. Iowa's on the horizon. So is Wisconsin. Go Badgers. 21-7 now in Boone Pickens Stadium. As has that been that loud this whole time? Or was that just... No, okay, yeah, okay. But Clemson looking to get back on the scoreboard after allowing a huge touchdown to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State opened their year 2-0. Clemson 0-1, obviously still ranked in the top 25. No reason they shouldn't be. And Cade Klubnik's going to... Or not Klubnik, excuse me. Clemson's quarterback will go down, Kyron Duhan, on that play. But Clemson trying to make something happen. 3rd and 14, they find 12 yards. And it's going to be 4th and 1. Iowa and CC Week is the most Big Ten thing ever. USC and Iowa in the Big Ten chip. Yeah, I don't think that's... I don't know. I don't know if that's a Big Ten matchup that I would have expected. I'll say that. 4th and 1, just letting the clock roll. Iowa being there is for sure that. But that was also when it was the divisions, and the one division was clearly more stacked than the other. They'll try to return this one. Breaks a tackle. Tries to get to the outside. Is tackled at about the 36-yard line. They'll have about 1:12 to boost some morale here in Camp Randall Stadium for the Badgers. Oh, I am still got Sookie Soaps on the screen. We do want to know we are sponsored by Sookie Soaps, but this whole segment isn't that big of a sponsor. They go short, incomplete. Carter Smith just can't find his targets today. 19 of 39 now. So it was 19 of 36. Now 3 straight incompletions. Hey, man, Iowa has as many unbeaten conference chip appearances as Ohio State. Impressive either way. 9-yard gain for the Badgers there. 5th catch of the game for that receiver. It's going to be 3rd and 1. So does Michigan State. Go Hawks. They go short to the tight end. Tries to break a tackle, but he gets across the 40 to the 39, and that may be how this game ends. We'll see how Wisconsin. We'll see how aggressive the Badgers get here on 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Carter Smith lofting it to the corner route. It is brought in inside the 20. He'll go out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and Wisconsin trying to get something on the board at the end of the game. Tucker Ashcraft, he is going to be pretty good this year. Just from those 3 catches I've seen today, they've all been pretty masterful. Nebraska versus Wisconsin. Was that, oh my God, I think of his name. Not Jamal Charles. One of the best college running backs of all time. 1st and 10, Carter Smith throws short. Caught. Gets inside the 5 to the 4. And this game may end with this score if Wisconsin doesn't take a timeout. Nebraska, Wisconsin was like, oh, okay. And Wisconsin will take a timeout. I respect it. Trying to get some points on the board, man. I would have done the same thing, to be honest. Game may be over, but the scoreboard is not. 42-7. They will throw in a little backs cross. Carter Smith back in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin, as they walk out of here with a little bit of momentum heading into their matchup against FCS East. Oh, they're your championship year, yeah. Both 12-0. Wisconsin and Iowa were 12-0. Wow. Jeez. That is crazy. 6 seconds to go in the ball game. Wisconsin will kick this one off with a squib. Wildcats will go down, and that will most likely be the end of our ball game here in Camp Randall Stadium, as Kansas State emerges victorious. No field goals needed for either squad. 42-14, as Kansas State finds themselves undefeated heading into week 2. Coach Rockets, the rebuild is on. Thank you guys for watching this episode, or this stream, I should say, of IceBox Live. We'll be back next week with hopefully Turtle and Penguin. Should be one of the better games of the season. 42-14, your final here from Camp Randall, as Kansas State and Rockets move to 2-0. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next stream. Again, sponsored by Sookie Soaps. Thanks, everybody.